Welcome back, Kings family, to another film review. This is the first L of the year, first review. Going over an L, so I'm gonna keep my head up high. But you gotta be mad about what happened just here, and there's a lot of stuff that's probably gonna piss you off in this review. Some good you could take away, some bad. Just like we've had a couple wins where there was a lot of good to take away and some bad, and that those bad started to finally catch up with us. But not this particular snap here. This gave me a little hope because jet sweeps and anything getting to the edge has killed us all year. So, man coverage, you see Daryl Porter following across. Great job here from Wesley Basaint containing the edge. I thought this might have been a sign for things to come. Great job here attacking, and then Wesley Basaint forcing that inside for the one-on-one tackle with Alderman at linebacker. Love to see him make some plays this game. But this was probably maybe the one, maybe only time that I saw an edge run get stuffed. So it was short lived, but good snap here. This was more of a sign of things to come. They get a good double team, here on Simeon Barrow, which is going to really open this way. You get the pooler on Bain, but he shoots inside. So even before this contact is made, he's already out of the play. And then so this guy who's supposed to be blocking Bain gets up to Kiko, and now it's just a foot race. Mish in the open field hasn't looked that good tackling one-on-one. Somehow, some way, you have to make this tackle. Even if you're just slowing them down and letting guys, run to it, you got to get hands on this guy. You cannot just let him literally toast you. If it was not for our freshman All-American corner running this play down, and Jaden Harris literally got there at the same time. I'm pretty sure either one of them would have caught him. But you, as this middle safety, you got to find a way to slow this guy down or not. We should not be relying on a true freshman to run down there and handle business. It's disappointing. It really is. You'll see it really here. This cannot happen. Again, this double team on Barrow, but just the way the double team happened, it's not like he stood his ground and had to get drawn off. This chip right here knocked him to the ground. We cannot have that. Bain shoots too far inside. No gap integrity there. And now he's going to the races. We do catch him, but man, this sucks. No other way to put it around. An apparent weakness that has been glowing this whole season: misdirection versus our man coverage. Right, so they're gonna get our corner going here. We have a safety and man coverage on a slot receiver that's in the backfield. So guess where Mish has to go? He has to follow him, and now that only leaves one in the box. And now you have Jaden Harris who's supposed to step down and fill this. So again, schematically getting taken advantage of, but you have to find a way to make this tackle, fam. You cannot get dead legged in the open field. The tackling has been just been on a downward spiral as the season progressed. It started out great, but that was against lesser competition. So you'll see here now what Mish has to deal with. You get a corner going this way. Now you see Mish having to follow here. So now this is just Alderman one-on-one with the lineman, and now Jaden Harris, you're one-on-one in the hole, and you just cannot whiff like that, fam. You just can't. But schematically, we continue any type of misdirection, and the offense just gets what they want. It just needs to change. Obviously, we're going to always score points and have a big potent offense with Kent Ward in tow. And here's plays like this, but I love Coach Shannon Dawson's design here. Really, the tempo of this route. You already have Arroyo off 2 yards, allowing Sam Brown to come through and clear it out. Or Arroyo tops out like 22 miles an hour. So do you think he's running full speed coming off this line? No, he's waiting for Sam Brown to pass him and take that safety and inside defender. They crash on that, and now here comes Arroyo. This is great play design, great tempo to the routes. Coach Dawson has been doing this all year. I love our passing concepts. I think they're great. I think they're step up from last year, and Cam Moore has a lot to do with that for sure. But this is just a great concept. Get Sam Brown eyes on it. Make everybody believe it's coming because Arroyo's not even turning his head. This is a true bang 8 post. As soon as you turn your head, that ball's right there on the 8. Literally, what an accurate throw. But that's exactly what it's going to do. Make this safety drive down, and that ball's right there on the 8. Perfect ball, perfect execution. Was obviously probably our best play of the day, in my opinion. Got a nickel here too high. Nickel here shooting in. Cam's pointing at him, pointing at him. He knows his target. He's playing inside leverage. He knows what X has, which is an out route. So if you have a defender playing inside leverage versus an outside breaking route, you know immediately where you're going with that football. He's on the opposite hash, NFL throw, get it out there quick, on the money, allows X to turn up and get a little additional more yards. But you just love to see that from Cam Ward, identifying it quick. And yeah, long throw, get it over to him quick. See that motion, right? Here comes OJ coming right across. You can tell we're in man coverage the way we follow, but great job here from Ahmad Moten. Him getting thrown out with that bogus targeting call was crucial because, you know, Simeon Barrow went down, and this is the guy who can move people, right? They got two guys responsible for Moten, and he's power driving them back. So what that does is that frees up players like Kiko Maunoa to come off and get to this quarterback on the backfield. That changed a big part of the game, man, when Moten got taken out for what I believe was a bad targeting call. I think they just wanted to kick one of our guys out since we beat the case twice with Wesley and Chase Smith. But that type of penetration from your defensive tackle and power from your defensive tackle is what we needed to close this game out, and it was not there. I'm going to put this on two players. It's easy to say, oh, Tyler Barron, you're the defensive end. You have to set this edge. Trust me, I'm going to say that as well. But I've seen now Coach Guidry has been our defense coordinator now for, you know, going on year 3. I've seen defensive ends pitch in and linebackers are supposed to wrap around. I'm not sure if that was supposed to happen now because I would have thought his alignment would be a little bit more over here. But you never really know. But again, nobody sets the edge, so it doesn't really matter whose fault it is. But I've seen that type of look before, and it's just not good when you're not good at setting the edge at all. You really can't just have this, bro. You really just can't. This is a simple stretch play. There's nobody in vicinity. I mean, you got a man coverage corner. There's nobody there. That's crazy. His own man is the first person who made contact with him. Just nothing but a little bit of motion. Get more bodies out this way. You see how this motion affects. Get Daryl out here. Boom, underneath. One cut is all it took. Kiko, love you, fam, but man, you missing way too much tackles, bro. You gotta find a way to break down and keep your feet here. You cannot throw an arm out, man. You just can't. Look at your hustle here from Ahmad Moten. Again, him getting out the game, big changer. But this cannot happen. Every time they motion something, they always catch us in a good look. I mean, this turned into literally what they want, bro. Like, it hurts. It hurts. And then seeing Kiko miss, tackle after tackle, it's a little disconcerting. We're gonna wrap up next week, hopefully, because we're gonna have a bye week. But man, this was tough to swallow. I remember screaming on my couch live, we're going to bring 5 here. And this is a QB draw. Obviously, we're in man coverage. So what they're going to do is try to lighten our box a little bit more by motioning out, get Wesley out of there. Now you have 1 in the box. This is the theme. They're continuing to take advantage of us in all this man coverage. However, this is clearly a hold on Akeem Mesidor. I was calling for it. He beats him immediately. And look at it. Full extension. Grab and pull him down, which allows Haynes King the room to go up there and make this big run. So before I say anything about anybody, man, that should have been a freaking big time holding call. What are you looking at? What are you looking at? What are you looking at? Because without that play, there was gap integrity on this rush, man. There was nobody who was out of position. This is gap integrity. There was nowhere for him to go other than the one hole where the guy's freaking choking him and grabbing him by his collar and his shoulder and pulling him to the ground when he beat him. So whatever, Georgia Tech, you got this one. I'm not going to hold any can against it because it should have been a stop. It should have been a TFL at the very least. Something that I thought we could have did a little bit better, especially with Georgia Tech controlling the clock as much as they did, was run the ball a little bit better. Trips bunch here, tight. This is the first play, of halftime. Get the ball to Damian Martinez. Great job here from Elijah Arroyo on this wham block. 1v1, that's how you draw it up, man. His draft stock going to be extremely high. He's so talented as a tight end. I wish we'd use him a little bit more. But again, we get Damian Martinez to the edge, wiggle, makes a guy miss, gets out for a first down. I thought we could have ran the ball just a little bit more and obviously a little bit more effective. But I thought, maybe we put a little bit too much on Cam's plate because eventually, plays like that happen to end this game are going to happen. They ran this play early on a 3rd-and-1, hit the tight end. Daryl Porter makes a great open field tackle versus the tight end, but he gets the yard. He got a yard and a half, right? This same play, you got Daryl all over it. You cannot get beat here, Tyler Barron. You're supposed to be our first-round DN. This is a dead play. Quarterback's like, damn, I can't dump it. Damn, the run's taken away. Gives you a little shimmy, and breaking up field. Daryl Porter did his job. You got to do yours right here, bro. You cannot, if anything, push him inside. You cannot just get shook, fam. And I like Tyler Barron, but for a couple weeks now, I've been asking the same thing. Yo, when are you going to step up? It's the production is falling off a cliff. He's still getting those QB pressures. People keep putting that online. I'm not going to say he's not, but man, the play is falling off a cliff. So some injuries to change stuff in the secondary. We have our true freshman safety here, Zaquan Patterson. Definitely there is a miscommunication here. You would expect Daryl Porter on this backside to just be man-to-man, just mano-a-mano, 1v1. But if you see his technique, he opens up, giving up the inside, maybe expecting safety help. Patterson's drifting that way, and then there's no help inside. So just don't think this is the type of deep technique you would see Daryl. I know he hasn't played much outside corner this year, but that's not the technique you would imply, in press man. So whether this is, a coverage bust or not, or miscommunication between those two, I'm not putting any blame on nobody. But at the end of the day, they score on us on 3rd down. 3rd and long, you could have maybe potentially held them to a field goal here. So no bueno. That technique tells me off rip that this play was going to be in trouble when I didn't see Zaquan move, and that was the technique Daryl was playing. Again, we don't know who's wrong. We don't know who's right. Doesn't freaking matter. All of us just got scored on. That ball did not hit the ground. They reviewed it. It was a touchdown. Yikes. We go empty here, 5 wide. Running back out here in slot. Out here in the bottom side. But we're trying to get X on this crosser. Great job for him not throwing early, because this would have definitely been a pick. You see this guy right here waiting for it. Would have been an interception. This is one of the few times this game where, Cam Ward making the off-schedule play, keeping the play alive, worked in our favor. Able to find X, who comes back and makes the catch. But you'll see it right here. The guy said, please don't throw it right now, because he would have definitely picked this off. However, now that X ran past him, Ward's able to get it out to X. Not the best of balls. Did that get tipped? I think it might have got tipped, to be real with you. I put in my notes that it might have got tipped. But this is what I'm talking about. 1st and goal. Throw the damn fade, bro. Throw the fade. This is an NFL throw from the opposite hash. 1v1. You got your 6'4" red zone monster. He's been scoring on everybody, even though a couple of them have been taken back. This is a dot from Cam Ward. Had the velocity, the touch. It was just perfect. Isaiah Horton, he's been one of my favorite guys for a while. I've been telling you guys, so I'm not surprised about this. But this is a super dot over the shoulder with the velocity and touch at the same time. Close those mittens, get that foot down. It would have been good on Sundays. Man, this is what I'm talking about. I want to see more fades. I'm a guy who loves the fade. I think it energizes you more than any other play in football when you throw that fade. Talk about it, first play of the game. Thought maybe we'd have a good day going against these jet sweeps and stuff. Man coverage. So, this is Misha's guy. Just no edge containment. We have our DNs. We just have our DN over a guard. You have a linebacker standing over, a tight end. This just does not look good alignment wise. This looks like a disaster for the edge. Would have loved to see, Bobby attack here instead of playing off, off his back foot. But again, just off alignment, this looked like it was going to be exactly what it was. I mean, there was just nobody there. It's tough. Every time you see this, it's tough. It's like, bye week's coming at a perfect time because a lot of shit needs to be fixed on defense. Maybe oversimplify it. Continue to oversimplify it. Adjust to maybe what this group does a lot better because, Coach Guidry's made great adjustments throughout his career here at Miami. None can be greater than the one he's going to make this bye week, I hope. I really wish I could give you guys this crazy breakdown and be like, hey, this is what's really going on. This is why, don't come too hard at this and this. But, bro, at the end of the time, bro, just there's no containment on the outside, bro, or the edges, bro. It's been like this all year. This is a simple zone read. You got the running back taken away. Chase Smith slips inside. What are we doing inside? You could say, oh, Meach doesn't get there. Meach doesn't get there. That's not his job. His job is to come help. He's on the goal line already, navigating through traffic. You got a tight end, blocking right here. He has to navigate around that. There's no reason for you, Chase Smith, to step inside. That big step inside, and he's just going to pull it. There's just no containment on the edge. It's just a complete disregard for the edges. And we've been winning games despite this. But a good team is just going to take advantage of it, and then, you're going to come out with this loss. I mean, you don't even see Chase Smith on the camera after one moment. I mean, he moves so far inside, he's out of the damn camera view. That's not going to get the job done, obviously. I would like to see us just design more plays. Right now, Georgia Tech's bailing. They have the lead, so they're bailing. We get Jacoby a lot of space on this comeback. But look at what he does after the catch. Spin move, makes guy miss, gets more yards. We need to get our guys the football instead of putting it on Cam Ward the entire time. Where are the screens to Jacoby? He was the number 2 receiver in the nation last year in yards after the catch. Every time we throw him screens, he does extremely well, making those first couple guys miss. He's going to make people miss. I don't know why we don't just get him the ball quickly and, let him make plays for Cam, maybe take some of that pressure off. Obviously we'll mix that in with the run game. I think those plays are extension of the run game. But we need to get 3 the ball more, bro. Hard to blame the O-line here. We got a concept of trying to get a play downfield. So these guys are going to be running long routes, trying to clear. This is perfect blitz disguise. Comes in, and as Cooper doesn't account for him. Zach Carpenter, they don't account for him. 1-1, 1-1. Everybody's locked on their man. And then here comes him free. And then, Cam Ward is looking for this big play. He's actually looking for Xavier Restrepo here to break free. And by the time he feels it, there's nothing he can do. So this is just one of those, chalk it up to the defense. They got us here. Not going to be like, oh, my God, this is Cam holding the ball too long. He does hold the ball. But this was a shot play. He's waiting for that shot to develop. He's expecting some good protection. However, they get a good call in. 4th and 7, 2x2 set here. Got a curl here on the outside from Jacoby. Dude sitting here. That ball would have been thrown like way before because he would have probably picked that. It's a long throw. Cam doesn't like it. He's looking left anyway towards X, I assume. Horton. Towards Arroyo, I assume, and Horton. You got X right here on this hitch. On this curl. Now it's time for Cam Ward to make a play outside the pocket. X goes outside towards the quarterback because he's scrambling outside. But Jacoby sees the space inside and goes that way and makes a big catch despite taking a heavy lick. Got to get him the ball more, in my opinion. I feel like, we need more big explosive plays, and I think that's the guy for that, obviously with X, but I digress. This is the exact same play we ran versus Louisville. It's a great man beater. You're going to get Isaiah Horton to go attack that safety and move that corner on that post route. You have a safety who has to account for a big dig and a post. So you see Sam Brown digging across the safety's face. You have a post in front of that safety, and next thing you know, you're just making this look like a speed out, right? You're making this defender say, oh, my God, the quarterback's rolling out. He's going to hit this. this out route with that momentum, and next thing you know, puts his foot in the ground, he's going north. And great job here from Cam Ward. It's very understated how you can just flip your feet and get that ball out accurate in front. But nice touchdown from Xavier Restrepo. Nice explosive play. But as well, also just we ran this play, and it's a money play. I like it versus man coverage. It's really just an out and up with the Restrepo, but that little roll just gives it a nice touch because it just makes defenders think it's really like a flood concept. You're going deep, trying to get a guy, on that out route, hand in the dirt. But again, kudos to the offensive line. They're going to bring 5 here and then 6 late. Great pickup here. Everybody's accounted for. Great protection here. And then boom, big time shot to X. Over this play like 4 times in this review. This is their play. Little zone read. Try to get out to the edge with that tight end flat. Quarterback could have definitely thrown this for a first down. However, he tries to take it. Great job here from Alderman. Wrapping across. But this is what I mean by one of those plays you can't ever really say for certain whether it's the DN that's supposed to, it looks like he's supposed to crash down while Alderman loops around. So you never really know who's supposed to have that containment. But it works out here in the long run. It works out this play as Alderman makes this stop. Obviously, we know what's about to happen here. Sometimes just you can't win the Heisman on every single throw. You got your tight end right here, fam. There's plenty of time left. You have 2 timeouts. You have your tight end here. You have your running back here. You don't have to win a game every single play. I've always been that middle. I don't tell Cam, or not, obviously I'm not his coach, but you don't want to take that it factor away from him, especially since we've seen how much it could work. But we've seen it also go against us in games like Virginia Tech and pretty much a lot of games where he takes unnecessary sacks when he could have got the ball out quick. So I really thought he was going to throw that here. I don't know why he pumped this. Just really hit Arroyo right here. He's probably going to get a first down, stop the clock, or maybe even get out of bounds, stop the clock. It doesn't matter. We have 2 touchdowns. We have 2 timeouts, excuse me. You just have to protect this football. And sometimes when you're just trying to make these plays, try to get it all in one play, this happens. So don't want to take that playmaker and it factor away from Cam Ward, but you would just love to see it just be a little more controlled, especially in a drive as crucial as this. There is no more get back. So at the same time, you could say a drive as crucial as this is when he needs to try to make those plays. But you just have to stay ahead. The change is 2nd and 10, man. You got your big athletic tight end with nobody within 5 yards of him. Get that first down, man. And, we could potentially see what the rest of that drive could be. But it was to not to be. But is what it is, Canes family. We're 9-1. Obviously, that's a big improvement from 5-7 and 7-5 or 7-6. You want to count the bowl game, we will. So we're going up, Canes family. We've been winning in grace. We got to lose in grace. So keep it together. Go Canes.